NASCAR Thunder 2003. We are at the end of the season almost. We're almost there. We are at Atlanta for what should be a good race. The race in the spring, pretty exciting. It proved to have a little bit of a pack racing feel to it, kind of like the modern day version of Atlanta. And here we go, completing our first lap of qualifying, P34 at the line. Not necessarily expecting the best qualifying, but hoping the car will be better in the race. That's kind of been our thing for most of the season. A couple races it's been the opposite, but down the back straightaway we come here. Just a handful of races. I believe this is race number 33 or something like that. I know we have Homestead, Rockingham, Phoenix. Might be it. There might be something else after that. There might be others. I don't quite remember. But across the line, and we are P32 for the race.
We're live from the Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia for today's Napa 500 on MRN. This place has it all. They even have a 9-story office and condominium complex right here at the track. And there's always great racing to go along with the amenities. Isn't that right, Barney?
The high speeds that can be reached here does make for some exciting racing. There's no restrictor plates to keep them from being able to pass either. It's just all out, flat, good old stock car racing with the best drivers in the business. I can't wait to get this one underway.
Todd Bodine has not had the finishes he's hoped for in the past couple races.
He definitely needs a good finish, not just for himself, but for the team, his sponsors, and everyone else involved with that team.
With over 25 seasons under his belt, Ricky Rudd is NASCAR's most experienced full-time driver.
It's hard to believe, but he got his first Winston Cup start back in 1975 at the age of 18. Since then, he's been in the top 10 in points more often than not, and he's still at the top of his game.
The Delphi car hasn't run well in his qualifying attempts at the speedways this year.
Man, that's true. Maybe he likes having to pass all those cars on race day.
That is not correct.
I know I would prefer to start towards the front, and I'm sure he would too, but hey, he'll get there with some patience.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
How about an attaboy for Todd Bodine on the pole for this race at Atlanta. Great job for him. I don't know how long he'll be up there, but green flag in the air. We are underway at Atlanta. Minor bit of contact there with Texas Terry Labonte. Nothing to worry about right now. Get up to speed, we'll start catching back up to the guys up here. A little bit of a checkup from the AI, it seems. So we had to turn 3 right behind Steve Park, who again we got a beat for one of our sponsorship deals. Pretty good start, already up into the top 25 here. Hoping to really rebound. Last couple races, not particularly gone well, especially after the mess in Martinsville, thanks to Kurt Busch spinning out, getting us trapped a lap down. A little bit of contact with the wall there to start. No harm, no foul, though just a little bit of damage. And there is Todd Bodine, so after just 2 laps, already back into the 20s. So, you know, Bodine's in the shootout for next year. He did a great job in qualifying, but not going to have the race pace to stay up there, sadly. Underneath Johnny Benson through turn 2. Steve Park going to try to follow us through. As we get to the back of our pole sitter here, Jimmie Johnson not too far up ahead. Not a very good... must have been a bad qualifying for him to be back here. So we look to the outside of Todd Bodine. So Todd Bodine first to 21st. Within 3 laps. That would be a gut punch for that team in real life. You know, because even when guys qualified up front randomly that weren't supposed to be up there, they could stick up there for a little bit. You'd see that. This is definitely a different type of race than what we had in the spring. Remember, again, the spring race, very close, kind of packish. This race, however, very spread out. The field very spread out here as we try to look underneath, take it 3 wide. Luckily, Ricky Craven gave us plenty of room there, so we'll get underneath him and Jamie Mack. Like I said, I knew we'd have a better race car than we did a qualifying car. This car definitely feels better as the run goes on already. We're only on lap 5. We are up to P16. Jeff Purvis ahead, then Johnson, Ward Burton. If we keep this up, we should be pretty good. Just gotta time our pit stops right. That's something I've kind of struggled with this season. Just trying to figure out when the optimal time to pit is. Undercut, definitely a huge factor in this game. So I'll have to try to pit early, but make sure we can still make it to the end beforehand. So 32 laps in this race, so should be able to pit a little bit after 15, maybe lap 16, 17-ish. We'll just have to see when everybody else decides to come in as Purvis takes a look down our inside there. Chop his nose off to keep him behind as we catch up to Ward Burton. Drift up the track a little bit, but it's okay because we're able to use that momentum. So we have to chop the nose of Purvis again. Purvis seems to have a fast race car right now. So if you can follow us through there on Ward Burton, he's going to go down to Burton's inside. He's going to be able to take the position, and he might get us here. 3 wide. He's actually still side by side with Ward. That helps. And Purvis does clear Ward. We are starting to get a little tighter as the run goes on. Might loosen it up just a tad on the stop. I don't want to mess with it too much because, again, we've moved up to P14 within just 8 laps, so... Of course, from here, it's just going to get harder to try to pass people. We've got really fast guys like Jimmie Johnson up ahead, so... Right now, our goal is to just try to hold off Purvis or do what we can there and see what happens here with Jimmie. Whoa! 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 One car had just come to pit road in a huge crash. I was just about to say, what heartbreak for Todd Bodine, but what in the world? Jimmie Johnson just ran into the back of Todd Bodine. That is so crazy. He just ran into the back of him. By the way, both Jimmie and I had gotten past Robbie Gordon. Of course, that doesn't matter now. Jimmie Johnson's destroyed. And not everybody pits, it looks like. Maybe those guys are lapped down. Again, we're just going to loosen her up a little bit, but everybody on pit road. Let's see what the crew can do.
Screw those lug nuts down, let's go!
I expect nothing, and I'm still let down.
Green flag.
Well, we lost a couple spots, P15. We did have an issue with the tire.
3.5 seconds. Number 9.
Green flag back in the air now. Let's see what we can do here. I think Jeff Gordon might have stayed out. If he did, he's, I think, the only leader that did. He came out of the pits like P17, but came out 15th. Not sure what had happened there. Slow restart for myself. That had happened on the initial start as well, so not too shocked by that. What I am shocked by is the likes of Steve Park and Terry Labonte are up here as well. They started back with me back in the 30s. Get up to speed now. I'm going to have to retake Johnny Benson. Michael Waltrip, who we had been chasing earlier, is up here. Man, what a strange caution that was. I mean, Todd Bodine was solidly on the apron, and Jimmie Johnson just drove right into the back of him. I mean, right before that, I was getting ready to say, it was so heartbreaking for Todd Bodine. You know, sitting on the pole, then dropping back, and now a blown engine. And then a destroyed race car, not just a destroyed engine, but a destroyed car, so I'm sure the team is just thrilled about that. I'm sure NASCAR would have called Jimmie Johnson to the Big Red Hauler after that one. As we get back up to P13 there, passing Mikey. Matt Kenseth and company ahead now. Going to be a little bit harder to pass them and even catch up to them since they are faster than us just about in every facet in terms of car development, etc. But we'll have to see what we can do here. I do see Kenseth, let's see, Jeff Burton, Labonte, Martin up there, so if we can get up there, it's some pretty big names in the championship. We could pass for position. With about 10 laps to go, we're going to be good on fuel and tires till the end, so we'll see what happens and I guess see if any more carnage happens and chaos with the AI. And it looks like we've got a second blown engine of the race. Ricky Rudd is done for the day, and luckily we gain a spot from him. And as you can see here, we're pretty lonely. We're by ourselves right now. Not a whole lot going on for us. I tell you what, these have been some of the loneliest laps of my entire life, just being by myself. It's actually kind of a shame in a way the race is ending, because we've driven away from Rusty Wallace and every car behind me, and when you look at the mini-map. And then on top of that, we are slowly, very slowly but surely catching this pack in front of us. So we're just going to be outside of a top 10, and it is a shame because we're gonna come so close to it as I nearly go up to the wall. But not going to complain about a P12 after starting in the 30s, having to avoid a crash, so we will definitely take it. So it's going to be P12 for Atlanta, a fantastic race for us. Happy to bring it home in this position. Another carnage-filled race with the AI, so I will definitely take it. And Tony Stewart wins the Napa 500.
The race came down to the wire with a very close finish.
Yeah, watching that last lap, I thought we were going to have a photo finish. That was close.
The 63 car took excellent care of his race car.
And that'll be a relief on the old wallet, too. Costs big money to keep these NASCAR Winston Cup cars in tip-top shape week in and week out. When you don't damage them on race day, helps save a lot of time and a lot of money.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Join us again for our next live broadcast of NASCAR Winston Cup Racing right here on the Voice of NASCAR, MRN.
So for the next race at Rockingham, we will have a brand new engine and chassis. Well, not brand new, but 100% in there. Only thing we do have to keep an eye on is for the race afterwards at Phoenix, we won't have a brand new engine or good engine to use. We will, however, have a chassis, so at least we will have that. In terms of the R&D, just 3 more races to go before we have our new engine. And the next race, of course, as you can see, is Rockingham. So taking a look at the schedule, we only have a couple races left. North Carolina Speedway, The Rock, Phoenix, and then Homestead. Taking a look at the standings, we are 18th, so we should be good in finishing in the top 20 like I wanted to. In terms of the overall championship, it looks like it's Dale Jarrett's championship to lose. He has a 121-point lead over Jeff Gordon, then Mark Martin, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and the Silver Bullet, Sterling Marlin, round out the top 5. So nothing changed in the weekly standings. Rookie of the Year, we solidly sit 3rd. And really, that's going to be about it to look at right now. So that's going to do it for this episode. If you liked this video, please leave it a like. And be sure to subscribe for the finale, the last 3 races, plus the, including the finale, I guess, of the NASCAR Thunder 2003 Season 1. definitely looking forward to the end of this season as well as the start of the next season already. So that'll do it for this video, guys. I will see you next time. Bye!